Hello my dear friends, in this video we will going to learn the specific heat of a substance. When we say a specific heat of a substance, we will start with some example in a very abstract algebraic sense. That means we will bring out, and along with that we will bring out the physical sense along with that, right? Let us consider so example number first. Let us consider u is the property. So how you estimate a property? So how you estimate a property of any system? So you estimate a property when you identify the state point, because property is the unique function of the state point, right? Property, all the property have a unique function of the state point. The state point can be ascertained if you specify two independent intensive thermodynamic property. For which substance? For a simple compressible pure substance. This is called a state postulate. So when you consider simple compressible pure substance, the minimum number of intensive property to required to fix the state to define the property is called a state postulate. So in this case, let us consider u is the function of temperature and specific volume. See, you can take also pressure, volume, or other combination of two properties, but we take just for a convenient u is the function of temperature and specific volume. Not stick to that. You are not stick to that. We just be convenient, because this is the property. U is the property, and we take u is the property, and that property is defined by a state, and that state for a simple compressible system there are minimum two number of intensive property to define the property of the system. So we take an example. U is the function of temperature and specific volume. You may take any combination of two value, any combination, right? So if the change of internal energy du, what is that? Dou u by dou t at constant volume plus into dt plus dou u by dou v at constant temperature d into a specific volume. This is number first. This is your partial differentiation. If we take a total differentiation of internal energy, and internal energy is the function of temperature and specific volume, and both are independent to each other. So if you take temperature is the function of specific volume, at that case if you take internal energy the function of temperature, so specific volume is fixed. So it is partial differentiation of internal energy with respect to temperature and volume is fixed, plus partial differentiation of internal energy with respect to volume and temperature is fixed. So if you write change in internal energy equal to dou u by dou t at a constant volume into dt plus dou u by dou v at a constant temperature into dv, so this term is called CV. That means a specific heat at constant volume, right? And see, this u is the property, t is the property, specific volume is the property, and it is a fixed. So the combination of this function is also a property. So a specific volume is the property, and if this is a property, that means this is a property, it is property, right? So if this is a property, mind it, if this is a property, so and it defined by any process, by any process, very important, I'm telling you. So you may confuse like that कि sir cv is the specific volume at a constant volume. Yes, that means this is the mathematics. That means if you partial differentiation of internal energy with respect to temperature at a constant volume, so this is called a specific volume. So this is called a specific volume. But this is your specific volume. This is your specific volume. But once it is defined, once it is evaluated, that means if you evaluate du by dt at a constant volume, if you evaluate the function of u, if you evaluate the u as internal energy, if you evaluate with respect to temperature, then the final result come out, it is cv, and this cv is the property. So though there is a evaluation through a specific through a constant volume process, but after this is evaluation, this is a property. So and we know that the property is, it is a point function, that means it is independent of a process, so it is defined by any process. So hence what is that, the change in internal energy with temperature at constant volume, what is that, hence change in internal energy at with energy with temperature at a constant volume is cv. But although it is derived at constant volume, although it is derived at a constant volume, once it is evaluated, it is defined for any process, because it is a property, right? So it is a property. So let volume is constant, suppose constant volume. So what is dv? Dv is 0. So in this case, see, in this case this will 0, this will 0 at a constant volume process. So for that, this du, that means this is not d, this is delta capital U, is equal to cv into dt, right? Since we know that according to first law of thermodynamic, what is that, dq is equal to du plus dw, right? And this dw is 0. Why? Because volume is constant. So for that, what is your du? So dq is equal to, what is du? What is du? cv into dt, right? If you take, this is your specific internal energy. So du is equal to mcv dt. So we put here m also. So what is cv? So cv is equal to 1 by m dq by dt volume constant. This is your cv, right? What is its unit? Kilojoule per kg degree centigrade, right? That means, what is the physical meaning? The physical meaning of this is that is the energy, cv is the energy required to raise the temperature of unit mass of a substance by 1 degree as the volume is maintained constant, right? What is that? This is the energy required to raise the temperature, how much? To raise the temperature, unit degree centigrade of how much? Unit mass. If you put mass is equal to 1 unit, change in temperature is unit degree centigrade. So this cv is exactly equal to the heat. That means this is the energy required to raise the temperature, unit degree centigrade of unit mass of a substance by 1 degree. That means, if you cut this, no problem, is the energy required to raise the temperature of unit mass of a substance by 1 degree as the volume is maintained constant. Now, number second example, let H is the property of a substance. Let H is the property of a substance, and for a simple compressible pure substance, H is the function of H is the function of temperature and pressure, right? It is in any set of two value. So what is dH? dH is equal to dou H by dou T at constant pressure dt plus dou H by dou P at constant temperature dP, right? So in this case, this value is known as Cp. That means a specific heat at constant pressure, right? So what is that? Change in enthalpy change in enthalpy with temperature at pressure constant, right? But once it is evaluated, that means if the enthalpy is the function of temperature or pressure, and if you differentiate partially of enthalpy with respect to temperature and kept pressure is constant, so this is property, this is property, so pressure is property, so a specific heat also will property. So when it is derived and the final outcome, it is also a property, so it is for any process. So similarly it is for any process, for any process, because it is property. But during the derivation, if you derive the specific heat, we take pressure is constant, but once it is defined, it is applicable for any process. See, very clear here, very clear, intuitive. So what is your smart statement? The smart statement is the specific heat is evaluated at constant pressure. Yes, it is constant pressure, but when it is evaluated and the final result will come out, that final result is applicable for any process. Why? Because the final result is a property. Okay, so note point is here that during phase change, during phase change process, that means during phase change process, that means if saturated, example like that, saturated liquid will converted into saturated vapor, so this is your phase change. Phase change, so during that phase change, we know that, that means if this is your PV diagram, take P and V diagram, so this is your saturated curve, so this is your superheated region, this is your liquid region, this is your wet region. During this is your phase change, that means this is saturated liquid and this is saturated vapor. So during this zone, if the temperature is fixed, the pressure is fixed, the pressure is fixed, the temperature is fixed. So in this case, since enthalpy is the function of temperature and pressure, but during phase change, the enthalpy is not a function of temperature and pressure. Why? Because it is dependent. Why? Because it is dependent to each other. To each other. Why? Because both are fixed. Both are fixed. If temperature will fix, the pressure is also fixed. If temperature is fixed, the pressure is also fixed. But why? Because this is a pressure line, and this is your temperature line. This is your constant pressure line, and this is your constant temperature line. So during the phase change, this is your phase change. So during the phase change, temperature and pressure both are dependent to each other. Both temperature and pressure will depend to each other, right? So if you take let constant pressure process, so the change in pressure is 0. So put here the change in pressure is 0. So this quantity will 0, this change in pressure is 0. So this is 0. So what is dH? dH is nothing m Cp into dt, right? dH is per unit mass. Sorry, this is your per unit mass basis. That means what is H? What is small h? Enthalpy, capital H by m. So if you take this is your capital H, so mass is come into this side. That means this, right? This is your right. But very important, if a process execute at a constant pressure, and when the system is closed and the process execute at a constant pressure in a quasi-static manner, so what is the enthalpy? Enthalpy is heat transfer at pressure constant. So what is dH? What is dH? dH your m Cp dt, and at a constant pressure, what is dH? dq is equal to m Cp dt. So for that, what is Cp? Cp is equal to 1 by m dq by dt at pressure constant. What is? This is your kilojoule per kg degree. So very important, Cp and Cv for any process, and Cp is equal to dH by dt at constant pressure, and Cv is equal to du by dt at a constant volume. Du by dt at a constant volume is Cv, or dH by dt at a constant pressure is Cp. But once it is derived, this both will be applied for any process. Both applied for any process, right? Okay, thank you.